before I move on to the Cybercrime Investigation and Coordinating Center, nagpaparecognize si attorney from Ateneo de Zamboanga rin, Attorney Cresmundo. You wanted
Yes
to say
po,
something, attorney?
Madam Chair. Yes po. Thank you po for the
Please
recognition, Madam Chair.
proceed.
We would
Yes.
like just to add information to some of the questions that were propounded a while ago po. As to the security protocols sa Ateneo de Zamboanga Junior High School.
How long is that,
So,
Attorney Cresmundo?
Madam Chair.
Ganong kahaba po yung presentation niyo, attorney?
I would just like to give to add information po to the answers
Ah,
given by Chair Cholo
all
and
right. Please proceed.
Colonel Fortaleza. So to
All
give
right po.
a background po. So the whole compound is a gated compound. As what was said by Chair Cholo, there's only one entry gate for vehicles and one exit gate for vehicles as well. However, inside the compound, there are two main buildings. The junior high school building, that is where the incident happened. There are five floors, no, and a basement to that building. And then another building or a complex for the grade school. So for the security protocols, that is true. When students are hinahatid po ng nakasasakyan po, meron po tayong security protocol sa entry gate as to the vehicles. As to, for example, the vehicles must be registered na pwedeng pumasok. Nagko-conduct din po ng inspection yung mga guards na naka-assign sa entry gate ng mga vehicles. However, in the building where the junior high school students go, there are also only two entry points po sa building. And in these two entry points, there are assigned two security guards for each entry point. At dito po sa entry point ng mga estudyante, regardless kung nag-commute or nakasasakyan or whatever, they are subjected din po sa search. So there are only two entry points wherein they will undergo search by the security guards. Unfortunately, there is a ramp in that building, which is an access for those who may have a hard time climbing up the floors through the stairs. So sa mga ating mga estudyante na may kapansanan at sa mga nagdadala ng mabibigat na mga gamit. This ramp is closed, normally closed. And ino-open lang siya kapag po may dumadaan na estudyante na with disability. And at that time, the ramp was open because a student will pass through. And unfortunately, ito po yung ginawang access point para po makalusot po doon po sa security na meron in the building itself. In fact, yun pong subject, bumaba po sila sa sasakyan ng magkapatid, may kasama. So the sister went through the usual security protocols. Yun lamang po, Chair. Thank you
You
po.
mean, attorney, thank you. You mean, attorney, yung kapatid nung shooter bumaba sa regular entry gate at dumaan sa inspection bago pumunta sa sarili niyang classroom.
Yes po, Madam Chair.
So, paano nangyari na yung shooter sakay pa rin sa sasakyan? I mean, nalaman
Ah,
niya na for some
this is
reason may dadaang estudyante either na may disability or may mabigat na dinadala kaya padadaanin sa ramp and alam nung shooter na ganun na mangyayari, sumunod na lang siya. How did that happen?
Pagbaba po ng sasakyan, medyo maglalakad ka pa po papunta sa building. So, yung dalawa pong magkapatid, parang naglakad sila, pero parang sa magkabilang, they were on the same way, but ito, um, yung brother went through papunta nga doon sa ramp, no? So, the sister, dumiretso siya doon sa papunta sa labis. Yung ramp po kasi parang sa side area siya. So, doon po siya, unfortunately, at that time, um, nagkaroon po ng access doon sa ramp.
Yes, attorney, very, very unfortunate talaga. At a certain point na the school was still a safe space, somehow na-breach siya, either because kulang ang protocols or hindi na-implement ng sapat, and somehow those weapons were able to be brought into the school. So, no,
Yes po,
again
Madam.
talaga condolences sa community, pero wow, really
Thank you
we
po,
really
Madam
have.
Chair.
Thank you, attorney. The committee, kasabay po ng pag-condole namin sa community ninyo, the committee, no? Kasabay ng pag-condole sa community ninyo, we are really committed to making the strongest recommendations we can make para hindi na ito mauulit sa kahit na anong eskwelahan pa, no? Ma-correct kung may mali sa protocols, mapuno kung may mga gaps from the legislative side. So I hope also you can stay on, attorney, for the rest of the hearing in case po may follow-up questions.
Yes po, Madam Chair. Thank you po.
Salamat po. So moving on now to the CICC. Yes, Yusek Paraiso. Salamat po sa pagdalo muli sa ating hearing.
Maraming salamat din po, Madam Chair, sa pag-imbita sa amin sa CICC.
Yes, of course po. Kayo yung kayo yung first line or last line of defense sa ating mga bata laban sa ganitong mga insidente. So, kung pwede nyo pong ibahagi sa komite, ano po yung initial assessment nyo? Kung
Hindi natin ma-interview at hindi natin ma-imbestigahan agad yung mga gadgets niya. Another challenge that's being proposed not only for the CICC, I think for all law enforcement agencies is if ever the warrant comes out, Madam Chair, the implementation of those warrants medyo matatagalan din po. So to manage expectations po, matatagalan po yan because it would go through several countries. It highlights the problem po talaga ng jurisdiction over the platforms, whether it's the social media platform of the child, whether it's the messaging platform where he was, if there was predation, if there was grooming, yung nagiging challenge natin. So we have several leads po na nabantayan with regards and several intelligence reports na sinasabi yung mga dito ho kumakalat siguro yung mga spekulasyon na baka may gaming platform na involved kasi yung mga alleged pinsan sinasabi na babad daw tong batang to sa isang gaming platform, but nothing conclusive, Your Honor, unless we get a hold of the warrant and investigate really and to manage expectations of this committee and maybe to address a particular challenge, ma'am, it would take time, Madam Chair.